there's a time at a place called Kolongolo. Someone used to be suspected to be operating with cattle rustlers. And then the day he was arrested in broad daytime by stock theft people. By then it used to be called stock theft. It's now us too. When they arrested him, somebody said, ni vizuri ameshikwa. But then he heard the voice. When he was taken to Kirita police post for the STU, he was told, can you tell us your collaborators? And remembered somebody. So those days it used to be, there was a lot of torture. But nowadays it is more technology based.
So if you know something on somebody who is on connected during those days, ilikuwa vigumu sana kupresent your case because iko na interest.
Okay. You could report something to the police station, and then I have seen cases where you find an OCS going to that person and trembling, and nasikia umeshtakiwa hivi da hivi da. And then the fellow looks at him. You are the complainant. You have gone with the OCS to the person you have complained. And the person says, unajua Mandera nalodwa. Unajua unaweza enda ukatoa OCS huko ama unataka niende Cabernet Gardens nikushtaki. So but nowadays those things are, I think it is good for some of us to record such things so that people, and I would tell young people, read those things. Some of these things may not be applicable today, but it is good to know where we are from.
Secrets Act. What is this Secrets Act? And what is that threshold? Ina cover nini?
One thing, any law, and by law I also mean the Constitution, is meant for the good of the people. Including the Official Secrets Act. The Official Secrets Act was enacted with an intention that being an employee of the government, you come across a lot of secrets. And for example, I've given an example of somebody going to the police station saying that I suspect James Khwatenge to be a criminal. Now, if that person believes that the information will reach the suspect, then he will not come. So the Official Secrets Act was intended for those in the government to know some things and keep it to themselves so that outsiders can come and disclose to you, especially those outsiders who do not want their identity to be known. So it was meant for the good of the country. It is only that we misused it later. We misused it later to mean that anything you learn within it is at you enter an office, whatever you get, and people killed people to an extent. Let's take an example of extrajudicial killing. Now, since you work with the DCI or you work with the NIS and you know there is an extrajudicial killing that happened and you knew it in the process of, so you are supposed to cover the killer because you have taken, no, the Official Secrets Act was to make it possible that anybody with any information can enter into the government office, disclose that secret, and then the government can take action against it. It was not to cover, let's say, a person who killed JM, a person who killed Tomboya, a person who killed everybody, so that you hide the identity. If the person, we have what we call justifiable use of firearms. If the person who did it and did it within the law, it is not good to go and disclose that person. But if somebody had a vendetta against somebody, went and killed that person, and then we have instances where, somebody stays in an estate, and you are supposed to chase gangsters in that area. You go to that place, and just because the person has snatched your wife, you go and kill him and then place him there and say he was among those. So, Official Secrets Act, in summary, it's an act that is meant to have some secrets which would protect the security of the country. But when some of the things we are disclosing, now if a person killed JM Karaoke.
Yes.
And I knew that because I joined Special Branch.
Yes.
If I would not have joined... So somebody tells me now, you should not disclose who killed Muge because you learned... No. It is not a government policy to kill a bishop.
Yes.
So whoever killed it, he's a criminal. And
Yeah.
it is for me to disclose that.
Yeah.
And finishing it off, I would say, okay, I read intelligence reports and I disclosed. If one end wants to jail me for 14 years, I'm ready to jail. Then the government can come for me to use the evidence of me to kutane committee. Me being jailed for Official Secrets Act and him being jailed for
The criminal offense.
manslaughter.
Yeah.
There are people who are referred to at Kenya Police. They are called GD, General Duties.
Yeah.
Meaning, in the military, they are called GSO, General Service Officer. These are the people who do the work. For example, an army man, that is an army man. If you're a police officer, that is a police officer. But when you do specialized jobs, such as dog section, such as traffic, such as... then you are not doing the general duties.
It is specific to that particular task.
So the Kenya Police or the general duty evolved from the railway police.
Okay.
When when the Uganda railway started from Mombasa, then they felt that they should have armed watchmen. That is how the East Africa Police started, and that is the Kenya Police evolved from there.
Okay.
The AP started off as tribal police. They were to effect the duties of a Chiefs Act. The Kenya Police started, if I'm not wrong, 1894, somewhere there. I'm relying on my mind.
Yeah.
But the administration police started as a tribal police in 1920, around there.
What do you mean about tribal police?
You'll not believe it,
Ah.
but up to 1990,
Yes.
administration police were police officers in their district of origin.
Okay.
I mean, district of operation, not district of origin. When it was tribal police, it was a district of origin.
Okay.
But when it, Bejamuya, who was an army man, when he was taken to the AP to train the AP, he's the one who nationalized the AP and made it a national police service. But then even after Mejamuya came up in the 80s to make the AP to be a national police service or a national police force, the certificate of appointment, the identification of an AP used to disclose the district of origin, such that if you are an AP in Mandera, when you go and leave, you become a civilian. Your powers of a police is just retained within the district.
Oh, so you can't be, during that time, you can't be an AP in Mandera and then you go to Garissa and you still continue?
You arrest somebody, no.
You can't.
It is a civilian arrest.
Okay.
It is so that when you are transferred from Mandera to Garissa, you surrender your identification and you are given a new identification showing that there's a place where they used to write district of operation.
Okay.
So when you are transferred, you are given another one where instead of it indicating district of operation is Mandera, it shows the district of operation. But Major Muya is the one who now made it a national police force, a national police service.
Okay.
And that is how it has evolved. And it has evolved. I don't like it being called administration police because before it was a tribal police,
Yeah.
where Maasais would be employed to assist a Maasai chief.
Yes.
But then Mejamuya made it a national police service, whereby an AP could be an AP any other place.
Yeah.
And then now it became a national, and it is being called administration, showing that it is part of the Ngao, National Government Administrative Unit.
Oh.
I think it should be changed to a more national police service friendly. Maybe they could be called auxiliary police,
Okay.
because it is a paramilitary service, something like that.